Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV. This time around, we're looking at more glamour creations for NPC lookalikes. In the NPC recreation videos recently, we looked at making a number of storyline-related NPCs, and indeed enemies, the last one being Lolorito. This time around, I wanted to make something to mimic Zenos Yae Galvus, the absolute butt lord himself, undisputed ruler of the butt slider empire. Zenos swaggers his way into our hearts by slicing everyone we love and hold dear to us in half, as well as shaking his butt in the process. But much like the unwanted socks for Christmas, he is a gift that keeps on giving, and with his involvement in the storyline getting even more confusing recently, it makes sense to give him some love today. So then, this will be a samurai-specific glamour, but if you drop the sword I use, then you could use it for any other Disciple of War job as well, quite simply. Meoni Yae Galvus then is looking pretty sweet, but of course she doesn't have the frame and indeed build to represent such a massive looking dude, but thankfully with the power of 2 Fantasias I still have left from buying the game after beta testing in A Realm Reborn, we have the power to switch and then switch back again for this video. Further illustrating then that this glamour is usable by any gender in the game, and as long as you're a Disciple of War you can use the chest with this set here. So let's break it down for you. For the chest, I went with the Dark Divinity Herclady. This drops from Earth's Font. This is the Odin Trial, equipable by all Disciple of a War classes in the game from level 50 and above. This undieable chest piece gets its chance to shine on this glamour as one of the more sort of Garlean-y looking chests that I could have gone with to go with the skirt. I tried a few other outfits to go with the skirt, it didn't really work as well, so I settled on this one. For the gloves, I went with the Peacock gloves from the amazing new Peacock Glamour you can get from the Mog Station. I told you guys before in previous videos when the outfit first came out that these would be incredibly useful for any number of glamour ideas, and here we are. Blending the gold and black together perfectly here, I dyed these jet black to get the tone much closer to the chest piece, and I think it works pretty damn well together. It looks like the chest is actually joined to these gloves. Quite nice, offering enough leather and metal then to give that impression that Zenos' design itself gives on his actual model. For the legs, I went with the Peacock skirt, again from the Peacock outfit, a nice, long, genderless skirt that has great dye options. This is actually ruby red dye I'm using here, and I think it looks pretty good, honestly, with all of those details such as the ribbons on the front. It actually favors the outfit to seem closer to something Zenos would wear if you look at his lower robe, as it has quite a few design pieces like those tassels on it, and honestly I couldn't find anything that had that design element as well as being a long skirt, so that's why I went for it. And finally, for the armor slot, I chose the augmented Rathalos greaves. These are the female versions. There are a difference between male and female, quite minor, but you know, they are different. These boots are from Rathalos, dyed soot black. I just chose these because on the off chance that you see my character's feet as I'm walking around, then you would actually see something black and gold, which matches the rest of the set. But really, you could go for any boots, as the skirt is incredibly long and covers most things anyway. And finally, for the weapon then, I chose the Genji Katana. This is a level 70, 345 item level samurai weapon from Savage Deltascape. You can get this with 8 Deltascape 4 Savage books, the logs, or from a Genji weapon coffer that actually drops from NeoXDef himself. It's actually not too hard to get this these days. The farm option is there for level 80s unsynced. It's, yeah, we had really no real problems with it, and most of the mechanics can be skipped. I like this weapon then because it's frankly dyeable, and I've dyed this ruby red. The palette option that dyes is really nice, so we get this beautiful red tinted sheath and this even more impressive ruby red metallic katana as well. It's a wonderful length, and it certainly looks like one of the swords that Zenos might store in one of his sword bandolier type things that you see in cutscenes and some of the fights. I was really impressed with this blade, and I frankly think it's the icing needed for the top of a really delicious looking cake. I don't think I've done a terrible job then overall. As much as we have plenty of full-length coats and robes in the game, I wanted to combine familiar items here today to give a more striking look, and have something combined actually gives a better representation in my opinion than choosing just a long coat or robe. Again, depending on your character's gender and race, your mileage may vary in terms of look-alike, but there's a good chance that if you were a male Hayur with a long hair that's blonde, people might just think of Zenos when they look at you, and I know I certainly would. Either way, throw me an idea for the next NPC or enemy that we should use using Glamour in the comments section, and I'll have a look and choose something for the next video. Thank you all kindly for watching, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time. I've got places to invade and empires to destroy single-handedly, I think. Be right back. This might take a couple of expansions. Give or take. Maybe.